Good evening, everyone, and welcome. The partial government shutdown is on track to be the longest in history. President Trump and Congress appear no closer to a deal to reopen the parts of the government that are closed. The reality is hitting federal workers who today missed their first paychecks. And there are new estimates as to the broader economic cost. So far, the economy has lost about $3.5 billion. According to S&P Global Ratings, it will only take another 2 weeks for the shutdown to exceed the amount of money the president wants to fund a border wall. And on Wall Street, analysts are starting to take note as well of the potential impact to a number of sectors. Bob Pisani starts us off tonight.
The government's now been closed for 21 days. That ties the record for a standoff set in 1995-96 between Bill Clinton and House Speaker Newt Gingrich.
Giving up on balancing the budget, I think, would be a tragedy that would haunt us for the rest of our lives.
It is wrong for the Congress to shut the government down.
And while investors might have shrugged off shutdown concerns early on, Wall Street's starting to get a little worried here. We're seeing a rash of analyst notes warning that this will soon start to affect different businesses. So some warned about the effect of the shutdown on airlines and the business of travel. American Airlines, for instance, has significant exposure with its hub in Washington, D.C. Others worry about tax refund delays and what the shutdown will mean for stores that cater to lower-income consumers. They say prolonged government shutdowns jeopardize food stamps and other benefits that low-income customers rely on. That could prove to be a big headwind for retailers that cater to those lower-income customers. Defense contractors who work with agencies like NASA and the State Department could also be disrupted, and they could lose revenue if they halt projects altogether. Still, others are worried about the longer-term impact on infrastructure projects and federal cybersecurity workers, for example. This is not just theoretical. Some damage has already been done. J.P. Morgan has already lowered its first quarter GDP growth estimates to 2%, primarily because of the government shutdown. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Bob Pisani at the New York Stock Exchange.